It seems to me that we need to address the issue of fear. For many years, I've had the fear of the other shoe dropping. I know that you probably have this fear as well. We've all had the experience of things getting worse and being suddenly surprised when something terrible happens. And so we feel we should be prepared. We should expect the other shoe to drop. I think all fears really have to do with the fear of being abandoned, not death. I, for one, have never been afraid of death. My body and my mind will do everything it can to avoid dying, but that doesn't mean I'm afraid of it. It's just a strong sense of self-preservation, and it's also a sense that there are things that I have to do here on this planet. But death itself doesn't scare me. And it occurs to me that the real fear is abandonment. But the strange thing is that that's already happened. We've already been abandoned here on this planet. Anyone who comes here with a higher sense and comes into this very dense and tumultuous reality, it's really like getting dropped off on a prison planet. We get dropped off in the prison when we're completely innocent, don't even know that that's what's happening until we wake up and we find ourselves in this terrible place where people are killing each other and removing each other's rights and who knows what else. So the fear of being abandoned is at the base and the root of all this. And it seems to me that we have a need to discover how to connect ourselves again, how to feel safe and secure, how to feel that we are supported in everything we do, how to remember the perfection of what we see in front of us, both as a reflection of our own thoughts, our own feelings, but also the collective's. And that we need to separate ourselves only in the sense that everyone else has free will, and the collective as a body has a trajectory of their own mass free will, mass consciousness. And that is actually separate from ours. We cannot interfere with their free will. We can influence them. We can generate our own vortexes of belief, our own vortexes of feeling. And as we do that, creating our own universe, creating our preferred environment, we do that through choosing our feelings, choosing our thoughts, choosing our emotions. So we become less and less influenced by the collective, which represents, in a way, our past conditioning and our past thought. They are a perfect mirror for where we came from, that old reality system. As individuals that are striving for the highest version of consciousness that we can embody while in material form, it is up to us to choose our reality and no longer be subject to the default reality that comes from our past conditioning and comes from the collective. This is what you came here to do. You're no longer abandoned because nothing can abandon you. When you're a sovereign being, you are your own God. You are your own universe. While there are other beings around you, you choose what's around you. Therefore, you are choosing your environment. To call upon any entity, God, angel, whatever, to come and save you means that you've lost your control. And you're asking them to take over, to remove your responsibility and your rights at the same time, to disempower you again. And that's not what you came here to do. You didn't come here to sink back and be disempowered. You came here to experience this transformation. So the further you go down the path of negative beliefs, perhaps the higher you can go when you transform them. But you do have to transform them. There is no way to go back to being unconscious. And so everything in your life may be guiding you towards this space, towards this realization. Taking back your sovereignty is the key. Understanding how your feelings create the world that's in front of you. Taking back your power and your responsibility for your creation, as you cannot exist outside of what you create. You cannot be separate from it. So separation is a lie. It's one we believed in for a long time. And therefore abandonment is not possible, because you can never abandon yourself. You can pretend it. We have been pretending that on this planet for a long time, that we abandoned ourselves. But this can't be true. So in order to achieve unity, you have to step back inside your creation and acknowledge that you created it. Namaste.